Hey, baby, let me stay. I don't care what your friends all have to say.
Hi, and welcome to Pillow Talk with Angela. I'm your host, Angela Stribling, and we always like to bring you the best artists that you may or may not have met yet or heard about, whether they're playing on the radio or not. If it's good music, I've always got my ear out there and my finger on the pulse. I say that because this next artist that you're getting ready to meet, she pretty much got on all of our radar when she was just doing things on The Voice. Her voice is unforgettable. She hails from Delaware, which I was real surprised to hear about that. But I guess what they do with The Voice is scout out the whole country. So they don't want to leave any talent behind if they're in a major city or not, which is such a good thing. So please welcome Nadjah Nicole.
Hi.
Hi, Nadjah. I'm so happy to meet you.
Likewise.
Goodness. You are doing some interesting things, and I've been stalking your Instagram, and I love your voice. I mean, you
Thank you.
post, snippets of your performances kind of around town and just all over the place. And
Yes.
you started this thing, what is it, Soulvember?
Yes. Yes. Soulvember.
I want to know what is that? What is Soulvember?
So my team, Mac Made, which consists of Cheryl and Christopher Mack, they like 3 days before November were like, all right, we got an idea. We're gonna turn, how they have No Shave November? We're gonna do Soulvember because I consider myself a soul artist. Because I listen to the classics. I grew up listening to the Anita Baker, the Aretha Franklin, the Gladys Knight, the Sade. So that's ingrained in me. And I said that when we're making my music and putting my persona out there, I want to make sure that soul is at the heart of everything I touch. So they were like, all right, Soulvember, you're going to do a snippet and you're going to do 30 days of music. And I was like, what? So I said, okay, challenge accepted. So we're on day.
Oh, wait a minute. So what you're saying is, so for every day in November, where do you do it? You post it, or you're going to perform every day, or what?
So I'm posting it. So whether it's a snippet from my show or a show, or I'll be posting something that I do that day.
So
Yes.
if you wanted to sing something today, this would count.
Yes, it would.
Wouldn't it? I'm just saying. I mean,
Yes, it would. It would count.
Get this day off the.
Yeah, and this will be a good one, actually. I
Pretty
said.
good. I'll repost it as well. I mean, people
Yes.
watching, they're free to repost it. So if you were to sing something for us right now, what would it be?
Oh my gosh, what would I sing? I think that I would sing something by Chrisette Michelle there's one song that she does or did back in the day off her first album that I fell in love with. And I actually sang this song when I auditioned for The Voice. So I would sing that. It's called Love Is You.
Go for it.
Oh, okay. All right. What's your definition of it? How's it make you feel? Tell me what you say that truly makes it real. Kings and queens, philosophers have tried so hard to find. Tell me what this means to you, dear, never mind.
Oh my goodness gracious!
Thank you.
Your voice is so pretty.
Thank you.
Oh my gosh, just clear, honest, pure. So when did you start? I mean, many of us are just meeting you. I'm just meeting you.
Yes.
And I want to know all about you. I'm a fan. So
Oh.
when did this whole musical journey start?
So I've been singing, the age-old story all my life. I've been singing, but my parents noticed something around 11, and they made me join the church choir, the children's choir, and I was like, And the choir director sat me right in the front, and she heard me, and she pushed me to do a solo. And I was 12 at that point, and I was like, after the solo, I was like, oh, wait a minute, I like this. And my parents really, they felt something, and they just started pushing me out there. And before I knew it, I was all over Delaware, Philly, sometimes Maryland, Jersey, New York. And it just kind of grew from there. I went from talent shows to showcases to sneaking in bars to perform to Apollo, you know.
Wow.
Yeah.
And then The Voice, how did that happen?
The Voice was actually by accident, because I initially auditioned like a year or two prior and didn't make it. And I was like, well, I'm never doing it again. I had never been to LA, and my cousin is obsessed with The Voice and was like, you're going to register and you're going to fly to LA and you're going to audition. And I was like, yeah, okay. So she bought me a ticket and hit me up and was like, did you register? And I was like, oh, let me go do that. Because I
What's happening?
Right. I'm like, well, I can at least go to LA and party a little bit.
There you go.
Right.
Bonus.
Yes. And so I got up at 5 a.m., got there and waited in line for hours and made the audition, and then made the next one. And I was like, and they were like, where are you from? And I was like, Delaware. And they said, what? You flew from, and I was like, yeah. And it just kind of was like a shock from that point. And everything just kept happening so fast.
Wow. I mean, that's huge. And then, not to mention when the nerves kick in, did that affect your singing at all, do you think, like in your auditions?
So I was known for not moving. Like I'll sing.
What do you mean, like stiff, just?
I was going, I wasn't moving from this box.
Just flip.
Yeah, but they kind of coach you, or not kind of, they coach you very well.
Oh,
and
good.
That helped. So
like, what do you mean? Like when they're coaching, what is the kind of thing they say?
So the what people don't realize is The Voice flies you out at least 6 months prior to your actual camera audition. When you see it, I've already been through everything. Like I know where I'm going to be by the time you actually see the episode. So I had been going through vocal lessons, stage blocking, a little bit of psychotherapy, media training. So by the time that I actually auditioned on camera, they had given me enough confidence I moved out of my box and made like an oval. I was like, okay, I can move here and here.
A lot can happen in 6 months.
Yes, it sure can.
Wow, that's so cool.
Yeah.
I mean, thanks for kind of bringing us along that ride, because I love watching the show, and some of the voices you're like, wow. So everybody doesn't make it to that level.
Yeah. And I grapple with that, because I remember meeting people on the journey who I thought were like, oh my God, I don't even know how I'm here and you're not, So all I can honestly say is God has just opened doors for me and continues to, and I'm grateful for that.
I will add to that, and you're amazing. I mean, you've got you've got the package, honey. You've got it.
Thank you.
The sound, and you're super sweet. So you mentioned earlier some of the masters, the people who have influenced you. If I were to just ask you straight out, who would you say are your top inspirations as it comes to singing?
So if you're talking vocals, Mariah Carey and Whitney Houston are my top vocalists, hands down. Nothing that they sing, nothing that they do has done me wrong. That's where I go when I want to do vocal lessons. When I need to cry, I go to them, and when I just need to hype myself up, I go to Mariah Carey and Whitney Houston. Influence as far as who I am as a woman and how I find my sensuality and my femininity in my artistry, Erykah Badu, Jill Scott. Believe it or not, I know this is so weird, but Music Soul Child and Eric Benet.
Okay, they're all in that same vein.
Yeah.
Oh, I get it. I totally get it. I love that. So, when you think about some of the artists that you mentioned, like the Whitney Houstons, the Mariah Carey, and even older or I
Yeah.
should say earlier
Yeah.
artists.
Mhm.
How would you say that the artist of your generation versus the artist of their generation musically, do you think we're heading in the right direction, or do you like the old school stuff better, or what's your view of just where we are musically?
Mm, that's a really tough one. I would have because I don't want anyone to feel discredited for the work that they do because art is,
Yeah.
art is. Um, I think where you are in your life matters, whether you're the artist or the listener. So there may be times in your life where you need a Summer Walker, you need a Nicki Minaj, you need a Cardi B, but then there are times where may need an Aretha or a Mahalia, So I really think that when you are listening to music, it's based off of who you are in that moment, in that time of your life, and what vibe you need. Because sometimes I need that that Glorilla.
Yes.
Sometimes you need that. And sometimes
Yeah.
I need a good old, Sarah Vaughan or
Oh,
Ella Fitzgerald,
oh, yeah, honey. You're
Yeah.
speaking my language right there. Sarah is my number one. Oh
Oh,
my goodness
yes.
gracious. Yes. Oh, that's beautiful. And so, Nadjah, again, it's just such a pleasure to meet you. I'm happy to connect with you, and I'm happy that you had the platform of The Voice so people could find you and find out about this beautiful gift of yours. So, what are you working on, and what do you want people to take from this conversation and follow you?
So right now I'm doing Soulvember, 30 days of soul music, whether it's rock and soul, neo soul, jazz soul, it's all soul and it's all raw. I'm coming to you from my living room sometimes in my fur coat. Because
Yes.
the thing about soul music is it comes from within. So I just hope that people see that reflected in the songs. And then I will be overseas, traveling internationally to sing in Abu Dhabi very soon.
Ooh, what?
Yeah, I
Tell me
know.
about that. What's up?
Yes, so I'm still waiting on all the finalized details, but I will be doing a residency and I'm very excited about it. I've never sang overseas before, so this is a blessing.
Oh, it's gonna be amazing. How long will you be there in Abu Dhabi?
um, I don't want to give that out just yet.
Okay, that's okay. That's okay. That's okay.
Yeah.
The residencies are great. So I'm a jazz singer, and I
Yes,
spent
I heard.
a lot of time overseas. I would do a residency for 3 months
Oh wow.
every year for 10 years in Tokyo. And
Wow.
I did
Tokyo.
3 months Bangkok, Hong Kong, 6 months Singapore, I was in India, just all of these places, and
Wow.
great about it is you get to work on new music, you get to,
Yeah.
play around with some things that maybe, you don't necessarily know if it's gonna work every
Yeah.
night,
Yeah.
right? It's like going back to school, yet
Yes.
getting audiences, and they love our culture and
Yes.
music, and so I've never been to Abu Dhabi, so I can't wait to hear what
Yes.
how that plays out. Oh,
Yeah.
Jonathan, thank you so much. Hey, Jonathan.
Oh,
Oh,
happy
he's
birthday.
happy birthday. I love it. Oh, that's beautiful. Well, listen, thank you so much for spending time with us.
Yes.
Yeah, it's awesome. And yeah, we just got that your Soulvember, I think today. This counts. You
Yes.
singing.
Yes.
I mean, you can even go to my Facebook and my YouTube and grab it if you
Grab
want
that. Yes.
and repost it. Definitely. And anyone watching, now or if they watch later, feel free to repost. I think the world needs to know about this brilliant singer. And to hear what I'm talking about, how can they follow you? So, they hear me raving about your
Yes.
singing, and they might not know where to follow you on social media or where to stream your music. Where do they follow you?
So you can find me on Instagram and Facebook under Nadjah Nicole. My name is down there.
So
um,
just like that.
yes, I'm very active on Facebook and Instagram. There is a TikTok. I'm working on it. I'm not as young as I used to be, so all of these trends and things, it's a struggle, but I'm working on it. And then if you type in Nadjah Nicole online or on Apple Music and YouTube, you'll be able to find any new music that I put out or post. And I hopefully will have an album by next spring.
Oh, that's fantastic. All
Yes.
the best to you. I have a feeling this will not be our last conversation. I'll be following and listening, and I'm so proud of you. Keep it going.
Thank you so much. And my mom wanted to say that you're awesome and she's known of you for years and followed you. And I just wanted to make sure I said that.
Shout out to your mom. What's her name?
My name is Kim.
Kim, thank you. I love the support. I so appreciate it. And your daughter is bomb. Thank you, Nadjah. You're the best. Keep doing what you're doing, and we'll be paying attention.
Definitely. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Thank you all for watching. This is Pillow Talk with Angela. Make sure you follow my girl. She's just starting out and letting the world know about her beautiful gift. And support means everything. Actually, with artists, if you support them by buying their music, that really means everything. And I think she said her first album is coming out next year. So yeah, just keep following her and we'll all find out together where we can get her next music. Thank you for watching. I'm Angela Stribling. Have a good day. Bye.